Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today was probably one of the worst FOMC days I've seen in the past year. I'm just gonna go through some trades. Well, typically before FOMC, right? You did have the CPI data at 8:30, but I usually wait till the FOMC meeting or Powell's speech to trade, right? But when you are trading FOMC days, you only trade what profit you made in the week. You do not trade beyond that. You do not risk like you normally do in trades, right? So you have to be extra careful with Powell, right? Because the market reacts very instantly, and yeah, so like the algorithms respond to his specific words in a certain way, etc., etc., right? So we identified the purple algo later on, early on, right? This was a pretty good trade, right? Right, and then off of purple, right, we had a pretty good risk to reward right here, so it was a pretty good trade if you did. But then the rest of the day, you just have to chill out, right? It's okay to take one or two scalps, right, if it is possible to see, but you do not enter like, you know, big or anything like that. But you can see some type of tapering right here at the pink, right? So I was waiting for a cup to close, right, but we didn't. We actually right here, right, so we had this blue algo right here. I didn't get this entry, but this was possible, right? If you could have entered on this right shoulder, right? I couldn't. I just didn't get the right. I don't think anyone would want to trade this. It's just, yeah. But anyways, okay. So you wait for next structure, right? We have obviously this teal algo right here, right? So you wait for some type of inverse cup if we are headed down, right? Right. And if we are headed up, we're gonna close that cup, like I said, right? So within this, like, you have to realize the blue algo right here, right? This controlled selling algo right here, which is crucial because you have to notice the risk reward, right? Because right here, right, break of orange right here was a good trade, right? Because of the risk to reward, you understand out of orange, blue, right? And then you protect right here, right? Same thing like taking a trade right here, right? This right shoulder, right? You have to understand blue, and then these are scalps, okay? And typically during FOMC, you do not hold. The worst thing you can do is hold, or you can hold as long as you protect as you go up, right? And you have to protect more aggressively compared to like normal trade days, right? There's so much volatility. Okay, and then I'm trying to draw this, right? So this was the entry right here, right, guys? So right here, and then we pushed up right here, and this was one good entry right here, and then it brought us up to close the cup, right? So we did close this cup, right? Then you wait for some sort of retracement, right? So that's why I had the pink right here, right? However, we just kept going down, right? And I was looking for an entry, and I just didn't enter because it just it just didn't make sense without a right shoulder, because I didn't know how far the handle would go, right? Because it could have gone like right here and bounced off of right here, right? For example, I'm gonna show you two on the blue, right? So right, so it could have done this, right? So then it bounced off right there, right? So even if it broke orange right here, it's still not a safe trade, because guess what, it could have bounced right here, right? And yeah, so it just doesn't make sense to me. So I just, like, it just wasn't safe. And especially to these days like these, I just wanted to play it safe, especially. But if you did, you could have had some put lottos right here, right, after you notice the cup close, and you could have even got a put lotto at the break right here, right? But again, lottos, they're gambles, right? But if you are in profit from this close of cup, you might as well take some positions right here, right? After you realize that a handle was forming, right? Then you have to realize in the 30-minute structure, right, that we are in this pink, right? So there's major support right here, and we've been bouncing off pink right here, right? So you have to understand that you cannot short this until we have a break of pink of some sort, such as right here, right? Then we form another inverse cup right here, and then we get some type of algo right here, right? And then we reject off of pink, right? And then we start head down, right? Maybe reject right here, right? And retest this level. So this level is very important because usually when we're making highs like this, it always likes to retest the former high. So it's like, right, it's so you have to wait for some type of retest, or if the market decides, again, I can't predict markets, but what I've seen, the market will always retest the previous high. So I expect a move down, right, and then a move up again, right? So it's gonna be like that, right? So it's gonna fall with the blue algo, right? But you just gotta wait for bigger risk to reward, right? Within the blue, right? So I'm gonna show it to you in the 5 minutes, so it's much cleaner to see, right? So you just want to wait for some sort of chop that lets you build the liquidity and then drop right here, right? Or you can wait for the gray right here, retest of gray, right? There's opportunities to take the trade, and I'm gonna show you to the 5 minute now, right? So what I mean is, right, why would you take the trade right here, right? There's the purple, the pink is right there, right? So there's not good risk to reward, right? But if we, for example, broke right here, right here, complete another inverse cup, right, and then formed another handle right here, and then you have another yellow, right here, right, and then we take the trade at the break of yellow, right here, right, then that's the perfect trade to take down to the 536, 537 level, right? And that's when we're gonna retest this previous high, right? But if we don't get that retest, right, we're gonna basically complete another cup, like I said, right? So we're gonna grab liquidity from blue right here, right, and then complete a cup right here, right, and then possibly you have to notice this teal as well, which can be resistance, right? So you have to wait for good risk to reward right here. So the deeper, so if the market, for example, does this and then heads like right here, it builds better risk to reward, and it's a better trade to take because the teal would be much higher, so you would have some type of profit compared to if you took a trade right here and teal is right here, right? Low risk to reward, right? So you want to wait for the ideal setup, wait, and let the markets chop. The better chop, or the better retracements we get, the better, right? So I hope we do test back in the 537 levels right here, right? Because it can definitely help us like make higher highs, right? And it's pretty healthy to make these type of retracements, right? It's not like it's not healthy, it's healthy retracements, right? Meaning they're controlled retracements and they're within this controlled selling, right? If you see some type of like selling pressure, like you know, that's just not in control, right? But when you're trading within this blue, when you're trading within this blue right here as well, right, that's controlled selling. At the end of the day, the buyers are in control here. It's not strong selling. Strong selling can be defined as this, right, where it's right, you can clearly see the difference between controlled selling and then actual selling, if that makes sense. But yeah, wait for the major structures, wait it out, because we do have a bit of revealing, and this kind of FOMC was kind of a disappointment. I didn't expect a rate cut, so it went exactly as planned, because inflation, like I believe month over month, only went down 0.1 right percent, right? But I believe Feds, we're still above that 3%, right? And the Feds even made adjustments to their forecast, right? And some forecasts they expect higher inflation in some areas, right? So you cannot be bullish fully or bearish, right? At the end of the day, market does whatever it wants. As you guys know, if you're an actual trader, you know you should block out all the outside noise, right? And just focus on the charts, right? That's all that matters, right? So what I've seen based on charts is hopefully we see a retest of this 537 level brought down by this blue algo, right? And if we're headed up, right, we're gonna bounce off blue, right, and then start reclaiming levels, right? Level by level right here, complete a cup, right? And then watch out for this teal, okay? This teal is gonna be major resistance, so it's good to watch out for that and plan your trades accordingly, okay? All right, guys, I hope you guys didn't overtrade today and really notice the structure we were in and didn't trade this chop. FOMCs, you're not supposed to trade like till FOMC, right? That's when the market will move, and we had this big move from CPI, right? So you need to let the market settle, market reveal itself, right? When we're making higher highs like this is uncharted territory, right? So you gotta literally let it set out and just, yeah, plan accordingly. All right, guys, if you have any questions, let me know. But as I said, the only possible trades you could have taken today were this scalp right here, right, and then this trade right here, right? And I would have called it a day. But if you were in profit, right, possible lotto right here. But yeah, guys, so not much. You didn't miss out on much, okay? This is like all the 1 point move, right? So it's not even, and because of option pricing being high, it's just not worth it, right? So and the volatility, it's not worth it, guys. And that's why you could have waited for a bigger structure as well, right? Some type of cup close, right? Right? So if you just saw the bigger structure or just saw that pink, you know that even trading today isn't worth it, okay? But again, I'm a little thirsty. So like I try to I do the scalps, but like you have to be quick when you're trading scalps, especially volatile days, right? You cannot hold on to a position more than like 30 seconds, if that makes sense, right? And you have to be focused, right? Focus. All right, guys, have a great day.